Hello everyone, welcome to the car news of the week, and today we're going to talk about all the interesting car news that's happened this week, from the Rezvani Tank 6x6 to a whole bunch of crazy Porsche concept cars to Lewis Hamilton winning his 7th Formula 1 World Championship.
So this series will be basically a weekly video on all the interesting car news and no boring car news.
First up, Porsche has revealed a lot of very cool concept cars. We won't go into too much detail with on this in this video, but I do have a video on my car channel, which I'll leave a link to, and in that video I'm going to talk more in depth about these Porsche concept cars. So the coolest one is the Porsche 919 Street, which is essentially a street version of the Porsche 919 Hybrid, or Porsche Boxster Berg Spider, Porsche Le Mans Living Legend, all these cool electric supercar concepts. There's a lot of stuff to go over. What do you think of the concept cars? Which one's your favorite?
So I like the 919 Street, definitely. I kind of wish it would be, after Le Mans, watching Le Mans, I kind of wish Toyota would have made a road legal TS050, but now, so like Porsche had the same idea. But sadly, I kind of wanted it to be road legal, so you could drive it around the street and you have like a one-seater thing, and then you have like a full-on race car, and you could just drive it up the highway, go through the drive-through in it, you have a little tiny trunk in it.
We are getting the Toyota GR Super Sport, which will be a very, very cool car, and the Aston Martin Valkyrie may see its time in racing, so that's kind of another kind of hypercar.
Yeah, also I was wondering why Porsche has the 911, and then they had the 912 a long time ago, there's no 913 that I know of. There's the 914, no 915. So in this, I believe we had 916 was one of the concept cars. There's no 917, already exists. The 918 already exists. 920 we had a concept car,
and the 919.
And the 919. Did I miss one there?
No.
Oh well, never mind. Next up, Rezvani Motors from California has revealed their new Hercules 6x6. Now a couple months back, we got the information that Rezvani was building a 6x6. Now they already had their Rezvani Tank, the 4x4 version, which is quite an awesome off-road 4x4. You get it full-on military spec with all the armor and bulletproof everything, basically, and electric door handles, shock people. We have bright fog lights, a PA system, all that kind of stuff.
And a Hellcat engine.
And a Dodge Challenger Hellcat engine, 700 horsepower or more. Now they've revealed the Rezvani Hercules 6x6. So now they revealed the Rezvani Hercules, and it's a 6x6 version of the Rezvani Tank. Now this obviously is compared to other 6x6. Compared to other 6x6s on the market, the only other one that is really on the market today is the Hennessy Mammoth 6x6, which is the 6x6 version of the Ram TRX. Now the other two 6x6s that are kind of out there, or the other three, are obviously the Mercedes G63 6x6, the Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6, and the Hennessy Goliath 6x6, which is based on the Chevy Silverado. Now the Goliath 6x6 and the Velociraptor offer 600 horsepower, as well. The Mercedes 6x6, because AMG offers roughly 500 horsepower, and the Mammoth offers 1200 horsepower from a Dodge Elephant crate engine. Now this will offer 1300 horsepower from a Dodge Demon crate engine. Now so it's going to be a crazy truck, way more powerful than any of those. Way more powerful than those I mentioned before, excepting the Mammoth 6x6, and it looks like it's going to be quite a beast. Now we looked at the configurator on Rezvani's website. We'll link to it down below if you'd like to go try it out, because it's kind of fun. But we configured our dream spec bright blue one, and we looked at chose the paint colors and the engine options and all the military spec stuff, and it came to around $700,000. So it's not going to be a cheap vehicle.
Yeah, I like the Rezvani. I think that at least in the term of super SUVs, people always say, like the Aston Martin DBX or the Lamborghini Urus or Bentley Bentayga or Ferrari's coming out with an SUV. If I would give like $200,000 to spend on a super SUV, I would go for the Rezvani Tank X. It's a bit more expensive, but it's cooler. I find it cooler than any other SUV. It's technically based on a Wrangler, but it looks really cool. The top level of Tank X has 1,000 horsepower, so it's very, very fast. You can keep up with any of your other super SUVs. But I really like the Hercules. It's probably, I guess, the most powerful of 6x6s. The most interesting thing that was apparent to me was in the options list. It comes stock with a 285 horsepower V6, and no one who buys it will buy it. I also noticed that the Dodge Demon Dodge Demon crate engine is multi-$100,000 option. It really ups the price of this 6x6. It's not a cheap mod.
Also, we found in the paint colors there appears to be a blue and white camo, which is definitely. Well, if you buy one, you spec it in blue and white camo. Please send us a picture because we'd love to see what it looks like in real life.
Lewis Hamilton won his 7th Formula One World Championship, now equaling Michael Schumacher's record after another dominant season for Mercedes. It was a crazy race with a lot of stuff, but because there's so much stuff going on, I'd recommend you watch a highlights video of that race. It was quite exciting. The most interesting was Lance Stroll getting pole position, even though he fell back to around, I think, 8th place at the end of the race, which was kind of disappointing to see.
Well, you have to be a good driver to get that many world championships, that's for sure. But obviously, these dynasty things get boring. Like Ferrari was the previous one, I believe. Williams was it, or Red Bull was the previous? Wait, actually,
it was Red Bull, and then it was kind of Ferrari. I think.
Yeah, that was kind of previous.
I hate sports dynasties, especially the Patriots. But
Audi has revealed a new RS6 GTO, which is basically a sort of a tribute to the old IMSA Audi Quattro. Now, basically, it's an RS6 that's been stripped out from the interior. It's got new wheels. It's got a very nice paint job. It's reminiscent of the old Quattro, and it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like it. I love the IMSA GTO Quattro. It's one of the coolest cars. All-wheel drive, 700 horsepower. It was a beast back in the 80s, which was 700 horsepower is crazy now. It's really crazy in the 80s. But I find this thing really cool. Reminds me of the Mercedes-Benz Project Gendelwagen that they made a few months ago. It's a weird thing, but it's like a kind of a racing G-Wagon. It's all white kind of with net window kind of thing, and these interesting tires. It kind of reminds me of that project. It doesn't technically make the RS6 technically wouldn't make sense as a race car, but it looks really, really cool like this. Ferrari has revealed the SF90 Spider, the open top version of a 986 horsepower hypercar, and it's not that different from normal SF90. So all-wheel drive, dual clutch gearbox, and 986 horsepower from a twin turbo V8 and a hybrid system. So it's very, very fast. 0 to 60 in like 2.5 seconds. I think maybe like 2.6 now with the new car. Now that it's been, because it's a little heavier because of the top. It's not that much heavier though, and it's actually a pretty good performance value for the money. It's still going to be around $500,000-$600,000, but compared to it's faster than even your average Venador and stuff. What do you think of it?
I think it's pretty cool. I do like this paint. I must say, I didn't like the look of the original SF90 pictures, the red one with the black roof color, But I really like this one with the blue and the, no roof at all, and the white stripe coming down the center. I mean, I'm not such a big fan of white stripe, but it doesn't look too bad at it, I like it quite a bit, and I think it's going to be fun to drive. But I'm waiting for the LaFerrari replacement still.
Next up is the BMW iX, an electric SUV that's hideous, and it has 500 horsepower, which is impressive. So, the iX is an SUV with 500 horsepower, like I just said, and it looks hideous, like I just said. That's all you really need to know about it. It's electric. But I think I said that before, too. Anyway, what do you think of the iX?
Well, I would say that some parts of it look really good, but then it just kind of got messed up, like as if it was tossed into a salad bowl, maybe, and just tossed around a whole bunch of other ideas. We'll link down below to a video by the Sketch Monkey on YouTube, and he explains about very well about how the design doesn't really make sense in some ways, and how it's a whole bunch of stuff kind of mixed in. To me, it looks kind of as if a bunch of people were designing the car at once. It's kind of strange. There's all nice parts to it here and there, but then it's weird that they're kind of all together like the way they are. I also have a video on my car channel, which I'll leave a link to in the description, where I talk about my opinions on the BMW iX, which I posted earlier this week. One interesting thing that I wanted to say about the iX quickly is that in the advertisements, it's kind of weird the way, because they show people walking out of the car and saying this looks like something out of a low budget 80s sci-fi movie. Oh, yeah, like they show the comments.
Yeah, they show comments or reviews of people. Like they make like people hate it, and that's the good thing about it. But I don't know why you'd want to drive around in a car that people hate how it looks. But I guess there are people who will buy it. I'm sure it'll sell well because the X7 has sold well.
You see Teslas all the time, Model 3s. You see SUVs all the time.
Its proportions are just too weird. It's kind of a little bit Coleman, but it's just awful kind of.
BMW has not revealed the M5 CS, but according to Road and Track, it was seen at the Hockenheim Ring doing some hot laps. Now, BMW has not said anything, as far as I know, about the M5 CS, but it'll be pretty cool as far as I know.
Yeah, actually it was a German publication called Sport Auto that actually somehow got their hands on the car. I don't know who lent it to them, but the car has not been revealed. There's no details about the car, but they were driving it very fast around the Hockenheim Ring. So, that's essentially what it is. I'm not sure how those people got it, and I'm not sure why BMW let them get it, but I guess that's that.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, you can go ahead and subscribe because we're going to be putting out car news videos every week and maybe some in between then. You can go follow Nicholas's channel down with the link in the description below. Like I said, we also link to all the news stories where we got this from down below also. Hope you enjoyed it, and give us a like, and we will see you next time.
And Vettel. Because there's that.
They should. I just check how much time.
If this video really enjoyed you. If you. If this video enjoyed you. Okay. Sorry. If you been. You do it. I'm sorry, kids, stop laughing.